talkSPORT Clips of the Week.
So yes, clips of the week, slightly different, of course. Andy not with us, and he's on his hiking holiday. But we did this before you left, didn't we?
That's right. I've popped back to do this.
No, that's a lie. Don't lie to people.
Don't laugh.
So it's pre-recorded. These things happen sometimes.
Yeah, it's all right.
So it's a Stuart Pearce special.
Yes.
A fantastic co-commentator and pundit is Stuart. But he does make the occasional, as Quinny would call, Fox Paz.
I'd say so.
So we've brought them all together, and we kick off with Stuart discussing Chelsea's Thibaut Courtois with Sam Matterface.
Do you know the cartoon character Postman Pat?
Yes.
Courtois reminds me of him in his look.
Really?
Yeah.
In his look.
Yeah, not in his goalkeeping skills.
Not in his gait. But it looks an interesting observation. It's always good to get some lookalikes in. What's next, Andy?
It's Stuart on England duty.
I don't know whether it was well worked or whether Wayne's put too much snow on that and Henderson's covered the back door for him.
Well, there we are.
Whatever that
bit of
means.
old school filth. This is Stuart building up to a game and getting a touch emotional.
Quite excited by this one, I must say. I think there's every chance that this weekend will hinge where the title goes.
Oh, blimey, he was going then, wasn't he? He was going, it was getting to him.
Here he is now, with a classic old saying.
There's an old saying in football that says that you're only as good as what you leave behind when you pack in.
We've all used it, haven't we?
Oh, I never
I've
stopped.
seen it in Christmas crackers over the years. Now, remembering sayings has never been Stuart's strong point, as this conversation about Man City demonstrates.
Last year probably wasn't acceptable from Manchester City's standards. You always felt as though there were one or two were just going through the motions, and if you've got one or two doing it, it spreads through the team like wildfly.
It does, which in a garden can be terrible. One for the gardeners out there.
Your roses
it does spread like wildfly.
Here's Psycho talking about David Moyes' time at Manchester United.
I think whoever took over from Ferguson was going to have that period of downturn. It just happened to be David was caught with a potato in his hand, if you like.
Well, if you like.
Oh, yeah. So what does that mean?
It's never quite worked that out.
Yeah.
And sticking with Spuds.
They've done pretty well. I've done the PSG game in the week, which they got a great result, but were up against it in that game, and then went to Hull in a potential banana skin.
It's quite a lot of it is potato related, Stuart's work, isn't it? I don't know if he's got a share in the King Edwards franchise or something. But what's next?
It's Pearcey watching Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's interesting for me to see Lallana growing in stature.
That's nice.
To get outside the ground.
To get a statue this early in your career at a club is very impressive.
No, it is.
Now, this is Stuart appearing as a guest on the Sunday warm-up with Max Rushton and Barry Glendenning.
Are you nice?
Was that a direct question to me? Or
it was absolutely a direct question to you.
Out of 10, I would probably say I'm no Madame Teresa.
Madame Teresa, that's a very different line of work to Mother Teresa, I would imagine.
Dear, oh dear.
12 guineas.
It's Stuart talking about Spurs' title challenge this season.
I was at a rugby match last night and bumped into somebody and said, I see Tottenham lost. Yeah, they always do this. Always do it. Unbelievable. And you're thinking, I mean, it's almost like Chinese rumours, isn't it?
It is. Chinese whispers being almost like Chinese rumours, I would imagine.
That's true.
Now, this is Stuart telling us that Big Sam is a statistician, we think.
I've got another heading here. Statistician. I think this is what Arsenal can learn from Big Stam. Stam's a statistician.
Well, he is. Who? Stam's a statistician.
Not Yap Stam.
No, he's a statistician.
Is he?
Next up.
Here's the great man watching Leicester City last season.
If Hoof gets a little bit tired, I'm sure Wes will pitch in with the odd Glasgow handshake, as they say.
Bit more reserved than kissing someone, clearly the Glasgow handshake. I dread to think what that is.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Now, he's a man of the peepo. He's a man of the peepo, is Stuart. I'm doing it now.
Appropriate.
Man of the people. And here he is alongside Sam Matterface, getting a selfie with some fans.
They've met a FA Cup and England legend, and as he does that, the Preston players eventually come out of the dressing room.
Sam, unless these boys watch Pate News, they wouldn't have a clue who I am.
I love Pate News.
That film they did about foie gras.
It was brilliant. It was a brilliant film, yeah.
Finally.
And finally.
This is Stuart with Mark Saggers talking Champions League.
Monaco have got to score 2 more, haven't they, than Manchester City?
Yeah, I mean, they'll be looking at it and thinking to yourself, you look at the lowest possible denominum and say, look, we need to win the game 2-0.
Yeah, the lowest possible denominum. And that did actually remind us of something, didn't it?
Yeah.
Denominum. Denominum. Denominum.
Well, there we are. That was the Stuart Pearce special.
Very good.
Hello?
They say I might as well face the truth, but I am just too long in the tooth.
12 minutes to 9 o'clock. I think bacon sandwiches are the order of the day. I don't know about ice cream just yet, sir, do you?
Beautiful. It'd be nice to wash it down with a nice ice cream from somewhere over South London.
Well, right, let's get those phone lines buzzing. Oh, wait, at the moment, look at that. The sound of Stuart Pearce's choppers going there.
Oh.
He has a bag of fruit and nut with cranberries he brought in.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah. You didn't bring them out in front of Anthony Crawler. I noticed you waited until you were swirling them, just reaching into your pocket and
He's
eating them.
going for a Japanese meal, so he would only eat them for the sake of being polite, and the last thing we wanted to do was share our mixed nuts.
Exactly.
They don't play it tactically as well as maybe they should do in Europe.
Yeah.
But at this moment in time, they'll be absolutely delighted with a 1-1. If they can take a 1-1 away from here, they've got every chance.
Sorry to catch you mid-sandwich there, Stuart. You don't get much opportunity, I know, of an evening when you're on commentary duties. But, Jim...
Their next game is live here on talkSPORT on Sunday at Villa Park, where they play Aston Villa.
A point in case. You've got all the travelling of going to Greece for this game. You've won the game comfortably. There's no need to burst a gut at the moment. The game's all about sitting behind the ball and keeping possession. And well, I think historically Real Madrid are one of these clubs that do turn managers over pretty quickly, don't they? You know, even success doesn't guarantee you keeping your job at Madrid.
12 sackings in 12 years.
Well, that's a point in case, it's fair to say. So there's the blame, not at talkSPORT Towers.
Well, there's other people who are associated with that job and they've done okay, haven't they? That's the problem.
Listen, I was associated with that job and look at me now.
Exactly.
Grigor Dimitrov.
The best sausage roll I've ever tasted. Stuart?
Outstanding, and I've had me face round a few sausage rolls in my time.
Gorgeous, the wonderful Mr. Jason Cundy.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are we?
Andy Goldstein with you tonight as well?
No, Mr. Goldstein's not. It's myself and Danny Kelly.
You and Danny Kelly?
Me and Danny Kelly, yes.
Oh, that is a twosome that I would be definitely listening to on the train on the way home.
Yeah, go somewhere else there, won't you?
I'd like to see him mud wrestling.
I pulled out of that tackle.
I'd love to see them pair mud wrestling. I really would. Oh yeah,
Cundy and Kelly.
Oh.
It can be arranged.
Crikey.
So, yeah.
Charity, obviously. Charity.
Who would win?
This geezer would do anything for a couple of quid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think if Big Boy Kelly sat on his face, he wouldn't get up.
If Big Boy Kelly sat on anyone's face.
Hold on. We're straying into very dangerous territory here. What is actually coming up on the sports bar tonight?
We're going to talk Spurs, actually. Cause
I have to correct Stuart on one thing. Not the only penalty you've missed the target. I seem to remember the Maracana Beach. I was in goal. Didn't hit the target that day either. It's Luton against Blackpool at Kenilworth Road.
That's a good point, Moose. He was correct on that one.
It's also the biggest goalkeeper you ever played against.
He was filling up the goal, wasn't he?
He was enormous. We had to Vaseline his butt cheeks up to get him in between sticks.
Hello?
They say I might as well face the truth, but I am just too long in the tooth. I started to deteriorate, and now I've passed my own sell-by date. Oh, I am no spring chicken, it's true. I have to pop my teeth into chew.